LPT, if you can't run for more than a mile when working out, try running in intervals of 1 minute running and 1 minute walking to get used to working out for a longer period of time. There's something called Couch to 5K, I think. They plan the intervals for you, with break days and everything. Yep. This is a really good app. It's a great app, but you have to pay to get access to more than 5 weeks of the program. There are loads of them. I recently used one that's completely free. Do you know which one it is? The intervals work really well for me, and I was disappointed when I saw it was pay to play after a certain point. Can confirm. This strategy got me from not being able to run for more than 20 seconds straight to now being able to do a 5k plus without stopping. I'm really proud I overcame my inability to run for sustained periods. And you will too. That's good to hear, because I desperately need to get in shape. Fitness is a journey and we all start at a different point. I have made the hardest step. You know that you need to get fitter and you have asked for help. Great work. I highly recommend Couch to 5k. A friend of mine used it to get her running fit again following her baby, and she swears by it. He came back to running this year after around a year of not. After having a baby and carrying the associated daddy weight with it. When I did my first returning run, I was tired after a 3k and struggled to finish. Today on a long run I ran 8k, 5 miles, and felt strong at the finish. I'm currently using the Nike Run Club app coach feature to help me push my mileage and fitness. I'll have your starting line like we all do. What's important is that every time you train you get that little bit better. It's going to be tough, but nothing worth doing is easy. Yeah, it's good to follow a plan. It helps with motivation to have something to follow, but it also prevents injury. Your muscles and cardiovascular system can get stronger more quickly than your tendons and ligaments, making it easy to injure yourself when you are new at running and push too fast. Build up how often you run, then how far, and worry about speed last, as it is the most stressful on the body. Slow down. Go slower. You need to build endurance first. Speed comes later. I thought you were supposed to do speed first. I'm supposed to do drugs before working out, right? /s. Funny enough, I kinda like eating edibles and running. You kind of get in the zone and forget about distractions. If you don't like running, and you still want to be active, find something else. I hate running. Absolutely hate it. Treadmills are god awful, and running outside is worse. You have to make it back to where you started. The activity I picked up was adult ice hockey. Way more fun than running, and much better workout. If you like the outsides, but hate running, I'd recommend cycling. You can see a lot more as you get farther, and the periods of freewheeling as well as the much lower base exertion compared to running means pretty much everyone can do it. Even a complete couch potato. Also, look for used bikes if you don't own one already. They can be extremely cheap and do the job if you're not yet sure on whether you'll like it. As a Dutchman, I would doubly recommend cycling. I feel like cycling also tends to allow you to enjoy the area/scenery more, as well as you don't have to pay as much attention to the road, though that might just be an experience thing. Running is pretty freaking bad for your knees over time anyway, so might as well just replace all your transportation with a bicycle. I do a game where I'll run for a song on my phone, then walk for a song when I'm out of shape. This single-handedly helps me get back to running 3 to 4 miles with ease within a 1 to 2 months. I do this too. It helps a lot. Sometimes I'll do a light jog for an entire song, and then walk 1 to 2 minutes maximum. High five. So glad someone else does that. It's amazing. Once I get comfortable again, I'll run 2 songs, then walk 1, and so on. You got this. I should get back into running. Blah. This is actually similar to the workout recommended by the USM prior to basic training. Maybe try speed walking. I took transit a lot, and to get to the bus stop / or home with as little sweat as possible, I walked as quickly as possible. I was able to do it in about 15 to 20 minutes. Once you are comfortable with your fastest walk, then you could try inserting a bit of running. That's not a bad idea either. I was alternating between 4 and 6 miles per hour for my workout. Good for you. Keep up the good work. This is basically a complete cardio workout plan and actually a really good thing to do to gain the stamina. You actually get a better workout by changing the intervals. Even if you don't struggle, this is good advice to add to your workouts. I'll just do this until I can run a whole mile in that 1 minute. Not a bad strategy. You'll never get that 1 minute mile unless you get some crazy bionic legs that haven't been invented. Yeah, but hey, it is a great way to work out. So just doing that forever will get you in pretty great shape. I have been working my minutes up using this type method. I'm now 7 minutes running to 5 minutes walking. It really does help. I won't lie, downloading the Nike app and doing their guided runs have changed running for me. I hated running, and now I actually look forward to them because it's broken the running periods down into chunks. Like Op said, run 1 minute walk/jog for however long. By the time I ended some of my runs, I was surprised that I still had energy to burn because I was conscious of my efforts. I have tachycardia, and this is exactly how my cardiologist told me to do cardio. Little bursts with frequent cooldown sections. Use C25K app and you'll be doing 5K soon. Download a Couch to 5K app for your phone and you'll start like this and work up to 30 minutes in 2 months. How are you guys making it past 20 seconds at a light jog? I can't last more than 20 seconds at anything. How do you get sleep, man? 20 seconds at a time. But I don't wanna. Even if you can run a mile. When I trained intervals, my ability to run distances improved much faster than when I trained without intervals. Or just get a donut and coffee. That sounds better. The goal is to eventually be able to roll for a mile instead of running. Easier on the joints, yeah, no, I love it. But I would hate being that big. Go to the treadmill. Fast walking at 6 to km/h for a week. Then slowly go up with the speeds. You need that cardio. Not sure what 6 to km/h in miles per hour is, but I had a base of 4 miles per hour and alternated between that and 6 miles per hour every other minute. Follow up: if you are overweight and struggling to run, be mindful of your knees. You can create accelerated ligament loss, which is very hard to recover. Check your knees for discomfort and inflammation, and don't abuse them. Take glucosamine supplements. And if you can, do some of your workouts on elliptical machines that put less strain on the knees. As a plus, working up your endurance on elliptical machines is a way to be able to do complete and fulfilling workouts without running out of breath every other minute. You can add resistance on the machine up to the point that the cardio workout is similar to running, but you can also start at a much easier level if you need it. Yes, I strongly recommend against running if you're overweight. Try an elliptical machine or a bike instead. I get tired driving for 1 mile. When I went for my first run after a health incident that had me in the hospital unable to walk for a week, then a 4-month road to recovery, I couldn't even run 30 seconds. Obviously this depends on where your house is, but I would run in intervals of run 1 house, walk 2. After a few months it was easy to run for 10 to 15 minutes, walk a few, then do it again. Alternatively, if you're outside, switch between sprinting from light pole to light pole and a light jog between light pole and light pole. I did this to get started running, and I still use it now, 18 months later. Do a search for Jeff Galloway as he has the best running advice for this method. He calls it run walk run and it's easy to follow, adaptable, and I can say from experience that it worked for me. Variations of this were done for me cross-country training. It works. I'd also highly recommend a heart rate monitor. I think a lot of people give up on cardio because, frankly, they're working way too hard. An HRM will keep you in the sweet spot, at the very least, until you learn what the sweet spot feels like. I will try this, thank you. You'll be happy you did. For me it's the shape of my feet that causes pain after a half mile. It's not something that can be fixed by a different shoe or something in the shoe. Have you tried custom orthotics? I need to schedule a consult with my podiatrist to get some. I tried a guy's pair that had them, and even though they were for a different foot, they felt infinitely better than barefoot or my current running shoes. Hey, thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe.